Welcome, lovely yogis. We thought we were ready, and then we had one more little thing to do. There we are. Now, that should work. Hello, beautiful yogis. Glad you're here on this, our last class for the year. So, we're going to start gently. We'll do some lovely back stretches. We'll go deep into the hips today, do a little core, a few twists, and then we'll relax. So, let's begin lying on the back. Get comfy on your back. If you've got an injury, you'll know to really take care of it. And be kind to your body. As we always say, no point in pushing it, or pushing anything for that matter. Let's see if we can drop into the flow with the ground holding us. Body weight falling away into the mat. As we close the eyes, to take a moment to sense what's here. Any kind of exhaustion, overwhelm, acknowledge it's here. Our immediate medicine, our immediate first aid is the breath. Let it pour into your being. So full, so complete, little pausing moment, then blow your breath away. Do a few more of these. Allow the breath to pour into your lungs. Sometimes, even though we relax, there's a feeling of this air just rushing in. We hold it to fullness and then blow it away. One more this way. From here, draw your right knee close to your chest, holding it with both hands, and your left leg extended fully and vigorously, long and straight on the mat. Relax the right foot for a little twirling. Twirling that right foot around the ankle. And then letting it circle the other way. Good. And then the right foot just relaxes where it is. We're still holding the right leg close to the body. Bring your attention to your left leg. It's vigorously straight. And as the inhale occurs, engage the leg to rise up away from the ground, letting the leg soar up to the vertical line and return it slowly back. To lightly touch down without releasing the charge through the leg, so that on inhale it rises up again. And lower your leg back down. One more time with the breath, the left leg rising. On the exhale, your left leg lowers. Now the left leg lands, let it relax, let it flop, and let your right foot just come to stand on that left thigh. Everything's relaxed. A little roll to your left hand guiding your right knee across, and your right shoulder just relaxing. So your foot does not need to stay standing on the thigh. It could flop off. Our intention is to just open into the right hip and the right shoulder, and take a couple of conscious breaths through the right side. The breath itself increasing sensations. One more breath into the right side of your body in this shape. Let's roll onto the back again, placing the right foot flat. Slide your left foot next to it. Centralize your sacrum. And then we'll draw the left knee in with the both hands. Squeeze it in close. Right leg extends vigorously straight out on the mat. Keep that right heel pushing away, toes drawing towards. And let's check in with the left foot. Let it flop and relax, and then twirl it around the ankle. Circle the other way. And now we put the right leg again in our attention. Let it rise on the inhale, rising to vertical and lowering back to horizontal, while exhaling, light touch down, no release, to rise again. This is great for low back, great for coming into the body. Simple, doable movements. This is the one. There, the right leg comes down and releases and relaxes, so that your left foot can just relax too on the right thigh, to roly-poly to your right. And we breathe now into the left side of the body. Meeting this moment as though for the first time, which of course it is. Acknowledging our inner state. And as we complete the third breath, please come onto your back, left foot flat, right foot sliding beside it. And this time, let your left leg slide straight out on the mat, and the right knee in your hand, in your right hand, circle it. So the right knee can circle across the body towards you, outwards and away. Just holding onto the knee, and we do a nice big circling. Until the next time that your knee is going out to the right, your right foot finds the inseam of your left leg, coming now into a supine tree pose. If you need a block under your right knee, grab that. Left leg is straight as though standing on it. Now let's bring the left arm next to the ear and grow long through the left side. Fill the whole left flank with your breath. As we complete the third breath, lower your left arm. Bring your left knee up, the foot on the mat. And now help your right knee up so that it can match your left knee. And find the sacrum centered. We take second side. Right leg straight now, push through the heel. Left knee in your left hand for a little circling around. Sometimes you hear a little clonking, clinking of your bones. 3 times in each direction as we guide that femur bone in the hip socket by hand to knee moving. And as we complete, bring your left foot into the inseam of the right leg, which is vigorously straight, the right arm next to your ear. And stay here for the supine tree pose. As you lower your gaze or look inward, have a sense of this being a standing pose. On that third exhalation, lower the arm, bend the right knee so the foot lands flat and the left foot makes its way next to the right foot. As you centralize your sacrum, widen your feet to the edges of the mat, lean the knees in, and take your arms overhead, but relaxed bent elbows, and just letting your arms form a kind of a little diamond shape above your head. Sacrum is now at rest on the mat. Filling up with an inhale. Feet stay as wide as they are, but the knees drop to the right. Tip your knees to the right, looking left. Now bring your knees back to center. We take the knees leftwards, looking right. Let's roly-poly here with the breath. Side to side, glutes rolling. And now we bring the knees back up to their starting place, walk the feet in a little bit. And now slide your hands underneath your head. Both hands cradling your head. Breath in. Right elbow reaches towards the left knee. Curl up, try to touch. And inhale, come back. The exhale is the left elbow across to the right knee. And inhale back. So we're in the flow of breath, doable movement, without any kind of pressure to do more than we feel like. Our sequence will build as we go. Now this cross body reach, where each exhalation as we curl up, those core muscles are contracting, squeezing, and we've got a few more each side. Let's do one more each way. The left elbow being the last one in this sequence. Rest your head down. Bring your palms down right near your hips. Tuck them in slightly. And trace your arms all the way up to the shoulders and press them down. The tail is tucked slightly as the low back presses down. And now let's take both feet to hang near your buttocks. The inhale is both legs straight up into the air, flexed feet. And the exhale is bending the knees, coming back to our starting place. Flopped feet. Inhale, stretch up. And flexed feet, toes drawing towards the knees. Feel how that opens up the back of the legs. the exhale, knees bend and the feet just relax. Let's do 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Are you ready? Last one. Great. So continue to let your feet flop here. And now raise your feet up a little higher so they're in line with your knees and your knees are over your hips. And let's bring the hands again to hold the head. Filling up with the breath, cross body, right elbow to left knee, while your right leg straightens out, close to the mat. Inhale, bring it back, and across on the exhale. And back. So continuing with this, now we're using more and different muscles. And maybe the feeling that we're working just that a little bit harder. One more each way. Head rests down, feet land, hands near your feet. Just let everything relax a moment. This time shoulders and hands are relaxed. Feet parallel on the mat. And now we'll engage the long arms, palms pressed down all the way up to the shoulders pressing down, the low back presses down, the feet press down, and now beginning with the tailbone, raise your hips up off the mat, straight up. Exhale, tail stays tucked as we come straight down. Here we are, moving through the bridge pose. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lower. As we did, just continue with your breathing and rising. And exhale, coming back down. Twice more. So on this last one, let's come up and stay. So palms pressed down, hips and feet pressed. 3 breaths. One more breath in. And we'll ride the exhalation to descend, spine coming back down to the mat. To release that pressure of the feet and the hands, soften everything, and take a soft, lovely breath here. Feet lift off the mat, line them up with your knees, parallel shins. Right arm and left leg stretch away from each other. Inhale and bring it back to our starting place. Exhale. Left arm and our right leg. Long reach and stretch. Bring it back. Doing great. Stay with this. Slow breathing. One more each way. Great, everyone. And so the arms relax at your sides, the feet flat. Knees are still up. Relax your back, relax your core. Feel the releasing moment. Nice. Now bring your right ankle to lie across your left thigh. As your knee is going to be out to the right, as though we were going to thread the needle, but we're not, because we're going to put the hands to cup the head. So hold your head again. Left foot comes off the mat. Bring your legs in close. And then on inhale, move your legs away. And exhale, draw your legs in close. Now you can stay doing it like this, or on the next exhale, we might curl head and chest up towards the legs. See how that feels? A little bit more work. We have 3 to go in the way that feels right for you today. Lovely. Good. So now your head rests down. Bring your hands to hold your right shin bone. Let your left foot come to the ground. So we're wrapping the arms under the right shin bone and cradling it in towards the chest. Can you feel this in your right hip? We could stay with the left knee bent, or we could slide the left leg straight. And push through the left heel. Everything intensifies a little bit here. And we got one more add-on. The left leg rises on inhale and lowers on exhale. Twice more. Isn't it lovely to just do this really slowly, slow everything down, all that internal forward momentum that we're so programmed with, we can let it go. Last one, left leg comes down. Good. Now bend the left knee so the foot comes flat. And release your right foot to land next to your left foot. Cobbler's pose, soles of the feet together, arms a little away from the body. Nose inhalation. And please blow the breath away as your head rolls towards the right. So relaxed. Feel all those little places as the head turns. Bring it back. Inhale slow. And the slow exhale towards the left. Bring it all back to center, the knees also. And lift and lower your sacrum just to give it lovely space. And then bring your left ankle across your right thigh. Foot comes off the floor as we hold the head with the both hands. On the exhalation, bring your right thigh closer to your chest. Inhale it away, either doing just the lower body or adding the upper body in a curl up as the legs approach. Take it slow. Good, we've got the last one, curling up. Rest your head down, and now your arms reach to cradle your left shin bone in your wrists or your elbows, bringing that shin bone close to your chest, right foot to the mat, and the right leg slides straight. Oh, lots of sensation here. Make sure your shoulders haven't hunched. Draw them down away from the ears. Feel all this. And then the rising of the right leg on inhale. And lower exhale. Staying with this. Great and complete. Placing now your right foot down and your left foot beside it. And we again go to cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet touching. Arms relaxing a little way from the body. Feel the midline. We're kind of butterflied now. Filling up with a breath. And the head exhales, blow the breath leftwards. Nose breathes the head back to center. And blow it away towards the right. Head to center, knees also. Using your feet to lift, tuck the tail, and come back down. Marvelous, everyone. So now we cup the head again, take the feet off the mat, and straighten both legs up into the air, flexed feet. The left leg only lowers on exhale. Bring it back up on inhale. If your back needs support, you can have your palms tucked under your low back. Right leg goes down and inhales back up. Same again, left leg lowers. Inhale the left leg back to vertical. And the right leg now lowers. And up it comes. Now we have both legs up in the air, taking your arms wide out from your shoulders. Inhale your legs wide for straddle. Push through the heels, toes point down, and exhale, bring your legs close together. As we did, wide legs, breathe in. Flexed feet, toes pointing downer. Exhale, come back together. One more time, the legs go wide. And this time, as the legs come together, your left leg wraps over your right, bending the knees. Bring your shin bones close together or tuck your ankle. And now hold your opposite shoulder with your right arm over your left. On inhale, the elbows and knees move away from each other, and on the exhale, curl up, elbows towards the knees. Tuck your chin as you come up, and inhale back. Exhale, curl up. One to go. Nice. Head relaxes, arms widen out, and legs unravel to come back straight up. Flexed feet, legs to vertical. Inhale the legs wide. Toes point down, squeeze your legs back together on exhale. And again. Last one. Going to be the right leg crossing over the left. Wrap your legs. And then the left arm over the right. Inhale, elbows and knees away. Exhale, curl up. Elbows towards the knees. Twice more. And undo your arms. Take them wide. Undo your legs. Feet land. Centralize your sacrum and then slide your legs straight, close together. Flexed feet. Your arms are out from the shoulders. The right leg rises on inhale. Right foot to left hand. Exhale. Roll towards the left onto your hip. Inhale, bring it back up. And lower down. We're in the flow of breath and moving. The right leg stays vigorous as we now raise the left leg. Exhale the left foot towards your right hand. Coming up and lower down. We're going to do it 2 more times each way. Right leg up and roll across towards the left hand. If you can, you'll keep that leg straight. Bring it up and lower down. Terrific, everyone. Up we come and across. We have 1 to go for each leg. Last one is that left leg coming up, rolling over towards the right, back up, and lower down. And as your left leg lands, let both legs soften and relax, your arms as well. Whole body now flopped, relaxed. Can you feel the sensations? It's really beautiful to feel the inner body. It just brings us so into here and now and so calming, so good for nervous system and mind. Nice. Bend the knees so the feet are flat. And bring your palms down now under your low back. Raise both legs into the air to vertical. And we're going to lower the legs on exhale. So take the legs down, maybe to reach the ground, maybe you don't quite get there. And then it's a slow rising of the legs and lowering of your legs. If this feels too much on your low back, you could do 1 leg at a time. We have a few to go. We do 2 to go. And as we find the legs slowly lowering, go all the way down for your legs to find the floor, to release to the ground, to undo your arms, palms open, whole body flop. Feel it all. And let's draw the knees in, roll over to one side, and we'll come to hands and knees. And we like to have our blocks at hand. And we'll start from all fours with a little cow cat. Slow, sensual feeling of the inhalation and the spine. And the exhalation, that rounding of the back as we look down. Stay with this. We're really linking breath to the spinal movement. Spine's been lying down for a little while. This feels good. One more. From the neutral back, let's bring the blocks, middle setting of the blocks under the hands. And raise the right knee up. Inhale, lift your heart, and it's knee to nose, exhale. We'll do two more. Still in this flow of breath and moving. On the third one, we'll set the right foot through, all the way through, and bring your hips forward now and lift your heart. And stay a few breaths here, just with the lifted heart and the hips sinking forward. We've got the blocks to make the arms long enough for all this. Allowing this stretch. And now on the exhalation, draw the hips back so that the right leg straightens. We'll take 3 breaths here. Keeping your hips squared. And now we'll take that right leg back. So we're back to 4s. The left knee rises on inhalation. And knee to nose, exhale. And let's step through now, this left foot, way through, to give us room to let the pelvis come forward and the heart to rise, and stay to breathe. Good, and so now we'll draw the hips back to straighten the front leg. Try to keep the upper back flattened. And then let's draw the left leg back, blocks to the side for a downward facing dog. Three breaths as we separate the bones of the spine, those discs getting a little bit more space. And on the exhale, let the knees come down. Great. Now let's raise the left knee and step the left foot forward between the hands. And now put the left foot on the outside of your left hand, or you can bring your left hand to the inside. Good, and so now we're going to tip that left knee a little bit. Tip the left knee and let your right thigh drop a little closer to the ground. So all we're doing now is tipping the left knee outwards. Two more breaths. Good, and draw the hips back. And draw the left foot back. Come to the elbows, palms together. Curl the toes for forearm balance. Stretching again along the midline, back of the legs. And this time more into the shoulders. Exhaling, the knees land. Good, come back to the hands and knees. The right knee lifting up, inhale, and bring the foot forward. Let's take it to the outside of the right hand, so the right hand can come in a little bit. Adjust your back knee if you can sink your hips forward, and tip your right knee out to the right. Right knee out to the right, lovely big hip opener. And bring this back. Hips back, right foot back. Now it's either a downward dog or a forearm balance. To stretch again along the midline. And lower the knees. So the right leg lifts again, and bring your right foot, as we did, to the outside of your right hand. Inch the foot forward, take the left knee back a little bit, as we again tip the right knee, adding on now your right hand on the right thigh, so the left hip can drop more. And maybe that right arm could stretch back. Just level with the shoulder. Lovely big right hip opener. Great. Now bring your right hand back to the ground inside the right foot. Press the right foot flat again. And we now come into, what's it called? Lizard pose. So for lizard pose, we're going to bend the elbows and come a little closer to the ground. You might bring the ground up with your blocks and come down onto the blocks. Press the foot flat and stretch deeply into your left quad. Right now the right knee is drawing into the right shoulder. Great, so now we're going to try and get out of this. So use your hands, your core to draw your hips back, your right foot back. And this time it's wide knees, feet close, extended child's pose along the midline. Deep full breaths. One more. We inhale back to all fours. The left knee lifts up, inhale. Step the foot to the outside of the left hand. You can move the left hand a bit. Good, and then adjust the back knee. It might go back a little bit. Lower your pelvis. Tip the left foot and place your left hand on the left thigh to encourage the knee leftwards and your trunk leftwards. And maybe the left arm level with the shoulder reaches to the back of your mat. And bring your left hand back. Flatten the left foot. We're coming now to, what's it called? Lizard. It keeps escaping me. So we're going to bend the elbows. We can bring the ground up to rest on a block. And please bring your left knee close to your left shoulder. And let your right quad psoas muscle really stretch. Soothe it with your reassuring breaths. Lovely. To get out of this, use your strong arms and your core. Pull your hips back. And as you draw that leg back, left leg back, come onto the forearms. Palms in prayer pose for forearm balance. Toes curl and up we come off the knees, dip toe forward. And breathe here, looking at your feet. And exhale, come back down with your knees. And we're back to all fours. And downward facing dog. Three long breaths as your body lengthens through the spine, through the legs, through the shoulders and arms. Even lengthening your fingers and your breath. We'll slowly walk the feet forward to parallel the feet. Bring your hands to your shins. Little bend in the knees, elbows back, halfway up, breath in. Exhale, fold over the legs. We're coming up to stand, so you can push up from your thighs or use your core. Inhaling, come up, arms overhead. And a prayer pose. Circle the arms widened up. Inhale your big open heart, which leads the way as we dive forward. Hands to shins, halfway up is the inhale. Good. And then the exhale, we take it to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Good. Raise your heels, walk forward. Bring the hands to the shin bones for the flat back, halfway up, breath in. Fold over the legs, and we'll come all the way to upright, arms overhead, drawing your prayer pose hands into the heart. Nice. We're going to circle right through for one more. Widened up, forward bend, halfway up to a downward dog. Gently lower the knees. From here, raise your right knee with your chest. Bring the knee forward. Now thread your right foot in front of your left knee and bring it through that gap off your mat to the left. And now we've got a big stretch in your right hip. Stay here or raise your left hand up and open to the left. Bring your hand down, withdraw your right leg. We're back to fours. Do the same thing now with your left knee lifting up. And knee to nose. Thread your left foot in front of your right knee and thread it to the right. Be here, feeling this outer left hip stretch. And either stay here or add your right arm and lift up. And bring the hand back and draw your knee back. Lovely. Take a little moment in child's pose. Sitting back, relax your shoulders, your wrists. 3 breaths into your low back. And coming back up to fours. We have options now to repeat what we just did from all fours, where we raise one leg and thread it through the opposite way, or we could do it from downward dog, which is a little stronger on your wrists and shoulders. So here we are, we're either in all fours or in downward facing dog. We're going to do the left leg first. So we raise the left leg, bring the knee forward, thread the left foot to the right. And now if you're in downward dog, looking at your back foot, drop the heel to the midline so that the arch of your foot is on the mat, and raise your right arm up. Now you could be on your knees and be doing it on your knees. That's beautiful, great. Return the hand, draw the leg back. You want now back to fours or downward dog. Centralize your nervous system again here, an exciting journey. And now it's going to be either from fours or downward dog. Your right leg lifting up. Knee comes forward and thread your left leg. Your right leg, to the left. So we've got the right hip opening. Looking at that back foot, it needs to tip to the heel so that we can raise the left arm. And draw the arm back, draw the leg back. And take a little moment in downward dog and child's pose. Ease your wrists, ease your shoulders, and relax. Good. And everyone coming back to fours and downward dog. Walk your feet to the front. Come to halfway up, hands to shins. Fold over the leg. And we'll come up to stand, arms overhead. Prayer pose. And all the way to the heart. Nice. We'll now take straddle legs along the width of your mat. And grab a block to the midline. Yep, this can be done seated. Good to have a little lift under the hips if you're sitting. And we've got the wide legs. Now let's take the arms wide. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your right hand to the block or to the midline and raise the other arm up. Inhale, return, and exhale across and down. That's it. Coming up, across and down. Staying with this. Nice. Coming down, let's have both hands at center. Good. Draw your sit bones, your hips back, and reach your arms forward. Nice straddle, forward bend. Feeling the stretch in the back of your legs, whether you're seated or standing. And those of you standing, bring your block now to the inside of your right foot. And bring your left hand to the block. Wrap your right arm behind your back and twist your upper body towards the right. Lovely. Keep that rotation. And now lower that shoulder again. Both hands to the blocks, which we take across to the other side, inside of the foot. So that's your left foot. Put your right foot hand on the block and wrap your left arm behind the back to turn your trunk to the right. Breathing as deeply as you can in the twist. Nice, and exhale, hand returns to the block, which we take to the middle, and slide the arms forward again along the midline, hips rooting back. 3 deep breaths. Please bring your block back under your face, straighten the arms. We're coming up to stand, hands to hips, inhale, come up, all the way to standing tall. And the legs are wide, so we'll take triangle pose, out to the right. Rooting your feet. Let's go over to the right, come into the triangle. Open the heart space, lovely, breathing here. Rooting your feet, inhale, come to upright. Relax the arms a moment. As those of you standing will now move the legs the other way, pointing towards your left, root the feet down, spread the arms wide, and over we go. Triangle pose. Root the feet, rise, inhaling. Relaxing the arms, we're going to have another go at triangle pose, side one. Rooting the feet, spreading the arms, breathe in, reach towards that turned out leg, and find your position. And maybe the upper arm can be closer to your head. Root the outer foot and really get a full extension. If you want to work your core a little bit, bring the bottom arm up, 3 breaths. Ooh, now really root the feet, strong core. We're coming upright, all the way up. Relax your arms. And let's go to second side. Tall and wide and reaching. Triangle pose. Up arm a little closer to the head. Open the underarm, side ribs. These lovely stretches making space for breath, strong core. Some of you might lift your left arm for the 3 breaths. Nice, very strong core. Come to upright. And let your arms come to rest and walk your feet together. Standing tall. Finding equilibrium left and right. And we'll come down now to sit in a cross-legged seat. Spread your arms. Tall, breath in. Turning to your right, breathe out. Stay for inhale. A little further to the right, lower your arms. And rotate your ribs. Head looking forward. And release your arms to come to the center with your front body. Good. Sitting tall up the midline. Can you feel we've only done one side? We're going to exhale forward. Heart leads, hands walk their way forward. And stretch forward any amount you can here. Long, slow breaths fill your back. And walk your hands back. Great. Leave the legs as they are as we widen the arms and grow the spine tall on the in. And we go the other way for exhale. Stay here for in. And we go a little further, lowering your hands for the twist in through your upper body. Straight up the midline. And head only now turning towards the right. And release the arms. As we come back to center, switch the cross of the legs to lift your heart and hinge forward. Hands inch their way forward to slide, to reach, to bend forward. And walk your way back. Nice, everyone. Oh, sit for a moment. Hear your tall frame, your lowered gaze, inward attention. Feel your spine. With your awareness at the tailbone, inhale, awarenessing moving up your spine to the top of your head, and the exhale will go back down the spine. As we did, rising up the back And also along the back, exhale. Just the one more time. And lovely. Let's come onto the back for block supported bridge pose. Get comfy with the low block under your sacrum and then let the legs hang in the air. Unclenched joints, knees, ankles, toes, all relaxed. Feeling your fluid body. And we'll bend the knees and let the feet gently come down to the mat. Press them down to remove the block. With your tail tucked under, lower your sacrum to the mat. And get ready now for our closing twist. A little shift to the right with the hips and the right leg over the left. As we drop the wrapped knees to the left, soften the upper back. Yield to the way your body wants to breathe here. And we'll bring the knees up and take second side. Left over right, and let your hips roll to the right, and the upper body so relaxed, and your mind so at ease as you scan your body. Feel all this. And this is the yoga, when the mind, the body, the breath, it all comes into oneness, one flow of harmony. And please bring your knees back up, uncross, and arrange your body with props for final relaxation. Letting yourself completely settle. And it's time for a little seasonal lullaby as you relax and let go. sense and feel the well-being, the peace that's here. And may it stay with you throughout the coming days as you gently return to lie on your side a moment for the gratitude. And as you're ready, come on up to sit. We'll have a lovely, glorious, big, wide inhale and bring it all into your beautiful heart. Namaste, yogis, and happy holidays.